Hello folks, welcome back to an episode of the Liverpool Complete Playthrough series with me, Dr. Benji FM, and we start, as we seem to have done this season before, with Sadio Mane, who is out for 4 to 5 weeks with a strained knee ligament injury. It's just annoying, isn't it? Again, we get to this point in the season where we need to start picking up points, winning games on a consistent basis to make sure we finish inside the top 4, and he's out again, which is very, very frustrating to play with. But regardless of that, we have to battle on this season, and today then we have Crystal Palace coming up. Some huge games coming up. We've got Palace, West Brom, then Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Southampton, which are really big games in the context of the season, and Mane is going to miss them all, and that is the frustrating part of it. And our form has been different recently. Again, sorry, let me show you that again. Our form has been very different recently. If you look at our last sort of 8 or so games, 3 losses, 3 wins and 2 draws, not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. And last time we played Palace though, we did beat them 1-0. Joel Matip with the goal. I assume it was some sort of crossing header. I doubt it was a 30-yard screamer, and played really well in it. So hopefully we can have a repeat of that today and get ourselves a really important win in the league. Now the game's in a few days, so we'll continue forward and see what happens. Should we have a little look at what's going on elsewhere in the league? Because I've not really looked at this so far. Bayern Munich at the top of their division, Dortmund down in 5th position, Juventus top of Serie A. Not really that surprised there. Monaco are top of the league in Ligue 1 as well, which is quite surprising, although they have won the league in real life. I think most people predicted Paris Saint-Germain to be the dominant force, and Newcastle and Brighton top of the Championship, but very similar to real life. So actually this has been a bit of a carbon copy of what happens in real life. The Premier League though, certainly not. Very, very different. Lots of ups and downs for different teams, and we're really a part of that today. Of course, Crystal Palace have caused Liverpool some problems in the past, and yeah, I'm all too familiar with them, essentially, which is a bit annoying, if I'm completely honest with you. But we'll see how we get on today, then. It's getting to the point in the season now where we need to put a run together. This now has to be the start of that run. We got a good result against Manchester United last time out. We got the 0-0. It could have been a win. Of course, we missed the penalty. That was kind of annoying, but we have to make sure we start picking up points against teams like Crystal Palace, who sit in that mid-table spot. They're safe from relegation, you would probably assume, and they're not going to push that much further. So we have to make sure that we're on our game and come out with all 3 points today then. Gabriel getting some goals for Southampton. Is he a potential Liverpool signing of the future? So far, though, 4 goals in 14. Probably not that good. Oh, actually, we've had Region there as well. I completely bypassed that. What we'll do is then we'll sign on the recommended youth players, and we'll take a look to see if we've got any good ones. If we just put the potential to high, Carl Collier looks like one of the better ones. Decent little left back. Actually, yeah, doesn't look too bad. Really good mentals for someone his age. Anyone else there that's worth looking at? I guess the only other one we've got is Connor O'Shaughnessy. That's not how you say it. I'm sorry, people that are Welsh that maybe be offended, or Irish. I think that's quite a common Irish name as well. Looks really good actually. Mentally, again, really, really solid. For 15, to have 18 flair, 90 determination, 16 acceleration. He's got all the tools. He could be really, really good. 5'4" though, quite short. I mean, he's young, but still quite short. We'll probably only get to around sort of 5'8", 5'9" at maximum. So we'll see how he progresses if we are to play on more and more. So, getting closer to game day, Javier Pastore's been told to sort of take every single set piece under the sun, but again, he's still out injured as well, twisted ankle. So we're going to miss out Mane, we're going to miss out Pastore for today's game, and we're very, very close to getting there. At some point we will do. We've got a press conference that says Liverpool have already qualified for the Europa League, of course winning the Cup, but a win could see them move into contention for a place in the Champions League. Are you confident ahead of the match? I'm going to say I'm very confident. I'm going to try and give that confidence. Well, hang on. It says here, Sam Allardyce has a lot of experience available to him in this Crystal Palace squad. What are the challenges that come with facing a side like that? Some people call it experience. I prefer to call it age, and that's the best thing for me. And we're going to go just flying through the rest of these. If you've done press conferences in Football Manager before, you'll know that the answers are pretty routine once you get past the first year of doing it. I say the first year. What I mean is the first sort of month of doing it. That's something I'd like to see, actually, in sort of future Football Managers. I'd like to see more variety in press conferences. I understand, for someone that plays the game a lot, that's difficult to come up with original responses all the time. But you do lose that sort of immersive quality. Like, the questions always seem the same. Like, you can predict a press conference before you get it, and to me, that's not that fun to play, generally speaking. Anyway, little change in the team. We're going to put Coutinho back on that left-hand side. We're going to play Lallana through the middle, and Keita is going to move onto the right-hand side, similar to Sadio Mane. There's a question mark on whether we put him attacking. Obviously, we did that with Mane, and he performed quite well out there. We're going to try it with Keita in this game and see how it goes. In the middle, we're going to bring Emre Can back in next to Henderson. I think he's a slightly better quality of player than Wijnaldum, and Grujic is also going to come back onto the bench as well. Centre-back wise, we'll keep Joe Gomez on there instead of Klavan. I think look to the future. The back five remains as it always has been. Actually, one does it though. Shall we bring back Seed in for Moreno and go back to sort of a bit more familiar, well, a more familiar lineup, but we were winning game in, game out? I think we will do. Of course, we've got Van Dijk in there as well now. Mignolet in goal, Klein and Matip complete the back line. Henderson, the captain, in the middle with Emre Can and the front four. Obviously, it's kind of the Origi. Is it Origi? Is it Firmino option? Well, we're going to give Firmino another chance. I need to get him scoring again because he's pivotal to the way we play and how I want us to play. It's slightly less direct. It's slightly more controlled, but it's about carving out like quality chances, and that's what we're going to look at today. Then we'll see how many quality chances this Liverpool team can carve out against Crystal Palace. We are big favourites for the game as well. As I say, Crystal Palace down in 11th. It does see them ahead of Manchester City, which is quite funny, and they've got a game in hand as well, so they'll be quite pleased with that. United, by the way, 28 games, got 2 games in hand on Southampton, who are above them, so they'll be loving that. They've got Benteke up top, Palace, Lloyd Remy's on the left-hand side, which is a bit strange, and they are going with a 5 at the back system, with Joe Ward playing slightly deeper than everyone else, which is a bit curious. I guess he's on defensive duties against Philippe Coutinho. On that side. Again, it keeps saying we can qualify for the Champions League. We can't, but I'll keep telling them anyway, and hopefully it G's them up as they make their way then out of the tunnel at Anfield. Home game, and a game again we're expecting and hoping to win, I would assume. We'll show a little bit more of this league table off. In fact, we'll have the whole thing there, see if anything dramatic changes. It's all quite tight at the bottom, quite tight at the top, but again, this is the sort of game we need to win, stay in the hunt for the Champions League places, and maybe a title. It's not over yet, still 8 games to go for us, including this one, so let's get out there and do the job. Actually 9 games to go, including this one, right? Yeah, this is the 30th, and there's 8 more to go. Perfect. As we come forward with it, Klein, of course, former Crystal Palace man, driving forwards. It's cleared to the head of Jordan Henderson. He finds Lallana, who finds Firmino, whose strike on goal is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my word. Roberto Firmino puts us 1-0 up after 7 minutes. Instead of putting back in the side, and I want to see something from him. This is the something I was hoping for. Lallana chips it into him. One touch out of his feet from Firmino, another with his left, and then absolutely rockets one into the back of the net. He pats his back saying, "Look at my shirt." I am looking at it, Robert, and I'm loving it very much. There we are, 1-0. I mean, that is the perfect start to any football match ever you could possibly play. What an absolute banger from Roberto Firmino. As Coutinho and Lallana link up again into Firmino. He's tackled off it though, but Lallana gets a chance to drive forward and has a shot on goal himself. Steve Mandanda in the Palace goal, though, will make the save. 1-0, 15 minutes gone. And you can see just how tight it is. This one win will take us from 6th to 3rd if things remain the same. I think you can see that we're having a game in hand over a lot of the teams below us. But I'd rather have the points on the board. Generally speaking, I would rather have the points on the board. It's a foul by Palace, and I mean that is going from bad to worse for them. 20 minutes gone. We've got a penalty chance to take, and this is interesting. I think Emre Can's stepping up. Of course, Wijnaldum missed the penalty against Manchester United, and now Emre Can has the chance to make it 2-0. Emre Can puts it straight down the middle. It's a good penalty, much better than Wijnaldum's. Cool, calm and collected. Not even a chance so far for Crystal Palace, and that's a really good chance for us. I must say though, I said pre-game, we'll be looking out for if we can carve open some really good chances. So far, we haven't really needed to. We've had a stunning strike from Firmino and a penalty kick, which again is a pretty clear-cut chance, but it's not something we've worked. It's more that Palace have given it away as the time continues forward. Then our goal difference is a bit of a concern as well. You look at United's and Arsenal's and Tottenham's especially, we're a little bit behind that. So if in this game we can improve it by getting a few more goals, that would be perfect. It's out to Klein again on this right-hand side, who pulls it back to Lallana, drills it across the area. Coutinho's there in lots of space, and Coutinho finds the finish. Half an hour gone. A goal every 10 minutes so far. Coutinho's 7th goal of the season. Players an inside forward on that side. He's getting in the middle as well and scoring more and more goals for us. I was critical a while ago of him, saying he wasn't doing enough, and since then he's come out firing, scoring all sorts of goals from all sorts of angles, and that's a good one from him there. And he's doing some sort of stretch/celebration. I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks as if this half is going to end 3-0 as the time ticks away. And wow, what a first half from us. Emphatic, you have to say. And let's just hope we can keep it up for the second half. I don't want anything to change. I want us to continue scoring more goals. And I think the pitch just got brighter. Is that just me? Or has the pitch got brighter? I think the pitch got brighter. Is it because the floodlights have come on in the second half of the game? Because that would be amazing immersion, if that's true. Can we go to the first half? It is, look. It's not as light. And then all of a sudden, there's the lights. They've turned the floodlights on. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, game. Thank you so much for being so pivotal. Pivotal? So... responsive. Pivotal was the wrong word. Where did pivotal come from? Either way, 66 minutes on the clock. It might be time for a couple of changes. We look pretty fit out there, though, so there's no need to do anything right now. As Firmino, well, it looks like a little dive. Regardless, it's another penalty kick, and I think Firmino might be saying, I'll have this one. It's actually going to be Shan who's taking it again. Palace haven't been in this game at all. They're playing 5 at the back. 4 midfielders, Benteke up top in his own, giving Van Dijk and Matip nothing to do as Shan steps up. Well, it's saved. This time, Mandanda gets down to his left-hand side and palms it round. As I say, though, Palace creating absolutely nothing. They're playing very defensively. They find themselves 3-0 down. It could have been 4, of course. I don't really know what their plan is. Have they changed the formation since? No, they're still doing this. They're still persevering with this nonsense. As Jordan Henderson has 2 slide challenges put on him in a matter of seconds. And that's going to be that highlight over. Right, 20 minutes to go. We will make a couple of changes then. Well, do we bring on Origi? Maybe. I mean, Keita's not having the best game. We'll bring Origi on for him. And then James Milner will give a run out for Jordan Henderson in the centre. He's not really featured all that much this season, so we may as well give him the game time, keep him match fit in case anything happens to our midfielders. And so far, so good. 3-0. I mean, what can you say about this so far? We've dominated the possession. We've dominated the chances. Palace have now finally had a shot which was blocked. 2 clear-cut chances as well. I assume that's both penalties, actually. I don't think either of our goals were considered clear-cut. And yeah, it's been a good performance from us. There's a free kick for Palace, which is rolled into Loic Remy. Very curious, that one. Back out to Joe Ledley on this left-hand side, though. He's got a man with him. Decides to whip it into the back post, or into the centre, actually. Matip heads it away. And then Lallana can set Coutinho free, who finds Nathaniel Klein, of all people, darting forward, strike on goal. Not his best work, I have to say, but I don't really know what he was doing there. The counter-attack was sprung. Klein found himself up there and had a chance to score a goal and didn't quite take it. As we come forward again, maybe the final chance of the game then. Lallana, who's been pulling the strings in this game, you have to say. I'm quite interested to know what his pass completion is. I feel like it's been pretty good. He just does all the right things, Adam Lallana. He doesn't do anything like really fancy. He just does the right things all the time, which I quite like. As we work the ball again towards their goal. But that's that then. Time up 3-0. 88% pass completion. That's kind of why I want to see what Lallana's was. A very nice victory though. Well done, boys. And they look to have gained confidence from that. And we move up in the table as well, up to 3rd place. Of course, those teams behind us do have games in hand, but as I said before, I like to have the points on the board. So, none of our rivals actually played today, which is a little bit annoying, hence they all have games in hand now. Let's quickly check before we go. Adam Lallana's pass completion. Holy smokes, he did a lot. 150 passes tried, 138 were complete. For an attacking midfielder, that is an obscene amount of passes. I mean, I don't know if I've seen an attacking midfielder have that many passes in a game. That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he lost it a few times playing it a little bit longer, playing little through balls, which, I'll be honest, folks, is absolutely fine. You look at the times he gave the ball away, I'm not too bothered about that. But he kept it so often. 2 key passes as well. I'm not sure if they went down as assists. I think one was to Firmino, actually, for his goal. The other may well have been to Coutinho. So what a performance from Adam Lallana. Got player of the match as well. Yeah, it was 2 assists for him in the game. And a top performance from him. Really like that. Let's see what else to do. Let's check his heat map out. Obviously, we saw where his passes were, but he was just controlling that middle, not really venturing out wide at all, which is fine. Coutinho was by and large on that left side, and then let's look at Keita as well. Was he pushed up quite far? Where is he here? Relatively so. I mean, not massively. If you compare the 3 of them, they're certainly dominating that forward area. Where am I looking at? Coutinho, isn't it? They're certainly dominating it, but you can see Lallana has so much influence on the game in the centre. My word, dominating performance from him, and it gives us the win then. Really good performance. Delighted to see that happen, and hopefully we can carry it on against West Brom and have a very similar performance next time out. If you're looking forward to that then, and you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, and there'll be another one of these tomorrow. With love, with care, from me, Dr. Benji. Until next time, goodbye.